Throughout the world, throngs of people hailed the end of the war in Europe.
The pose may not be dignified, but the young lady is not the least upset. Peace, it's wonderful.
It is estimated that the total cost of bringing our forces back to these shores will be about $1.4 billion.
The reconversion of war plants to peacetime pursuits is going ahead at full speed. And once more, the automobile factories are humming. Yes, soon you'll have that long-awaited refrigerator in the kitchen, along with a new stove. The assembly lines are rolling merrily.
In 1945, the Second World War ended in a sudden, devastating flash. Americans were no more prepared for peace in 45 than they had been for war in 41. Victory had been inevitable. Most Americans had come to believe that early on. But no one had expected the war to end so suddenly. Now peace had broken out. With it came a mass of new financial, political, and social problems, more than Americans were prepared to face. In Europe, the armies of the Western democracies, victorious in Italy and France, advanced into Nazi Germany itself. The Red Army of the Soviet Union smashed into Germany from the east and hammered on the gates of Berlin. The two most powerful forces the world had ever seen met at the River Elbe, the United States and the Soviet Union. Allies, for one more day at least, they toasted their common victory and the total destruction of Adolf Hitler's Third Reich.
This is a solemn but glorious hour. I wish that Franklin D. Roosevelt had lived to see this day.
Throughout the world, throngs of people hailed the end of the war in Europe. It is 5 years and more since Hitler marched into Poland. Years full of suffering and death and sacrifice. Now the war against Germany is won. A grateful nation gives thanks for victory. Hundreds of thousands crowd into American churches to give thanks to God.
Heroic dead of a combined Army and Marine force mark the grim battlefield of Okinawa, where one of the bloodiest engagements of the war is being fought. Thousands of Yanks have been wounded, and other thousands have sacrificed their lives to drive a fanatical foe from this vital base, the doorstep to Japan itself.
Americans watched the newsreels from the Pacific with foreboding. How many more years of war would there be? The deeply entrenched Japanese seemed determined to hold out to the last man. What kind of fanatical resistance would there be? How many more dead and wounded when American forces finally landed on the home islands of Japan? The first atomic bomb was tested that July in New Mexico. Its power astounded even the scientists who created it. Just two, atomic bombs ended the war with Japan in a matter of days and forever changed the course of world history. No American tears were shed that day for the 95,000 Japanese who had died in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Public opinion polls taken that August of 1945 showed that a full 85% of the American people approved of the use of the atomic bombs against the Japanese. Only later would these joyful Americans begin to comprehend the enormity of what had been created. Only gradually would they come to realize what heavy responsibilities attend the possession of such awesome power. Americans cheered and danced in the streets until dawn, no more prepared for peace than they had been for war.
And peace came to our overseas bases. To Guam and Guadalcanal, Kwajalein, Iwo Jima, Okinawa, and all the others. Some are being demilitarized already. Others will remain as permanent outposts of American defense, a continuing cost to the public, but a necessity to our military security. A mighty permanent Navy and a powerful standing Army will be another costly part of this military security. Americans know, too, that forces of occupation in the defeated countries are vital to the peace which was bought at so high a price by our men and our dollars. The feeding, housing, and clothing of these men will be an expensive responsibility for years to come. But the more immediate problem is to return millions of servicemen and women to their homes. The most extensive troop movements ever to be undertaken by any nation have been underway since VE Day and will continue well into 1946. This means American resourcefulness, transportation, and dollars. For it costs about $200 to bring a man back from Okinawa. About $100 will bring him back from Europe. It is estimated that the total cost of bringing our forces back to these shores will be about $1,400 million.
Almost 300,000 Americans never came home.